Your Excellency, thank you so much for doing this. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, sir.
You're
I would like
welcome.
to start by reviewing your tenure as APGA Chairman. One of the criticisms that people will level against you is the fact that when you were APGA National Chairman, you brought in Obiano as governor of Anambra State, who in people's opinions perhaps didn't really perform very well. And I've been thinking, and with the utmost respect, I just want to hear what you have to say to people like that who believe that APGA has not really played a critical role in seeing Anambra become what Anambra should be. So I don't know what you have to say, you know.
Well, those of us who make stories do not tell stories. People who observe, they tell the stories. People keep the storylines and document history. I'm a senator now of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and my tenure as APGA chairman is something that has come and gone long ago. And what I was able to do as the national chairman of APGA for 10 years, they are all there for people to see. That party from nothing, I took it from the scratch to producing Governor P2B as governor of Anambra State for 8 years, Rochas Okorocha as governor for Imo State for his first term in 2011. In Anambra State, of course, Governor Obiano was elected under my chairmanship in 2013. And I stayed behind to support for him to serve for 8 years, helping out in the elections as well. Before I left APGA, I played a pivotal role in bringing in Soludo as governor of Anambra State. So my stay in APGA has produced outstanding results. Politically speaking, the political landscape in Anambra State cannot be described in any manner without a mention of what I was able to do with APGA in trying to turn Anambra State around, starting from Mr. P2B. Those who you have said have criticized Obiano, that I brought Obiano to become governor of Anambra State. You cannot just, because I'm chairman of APGA, so anybody who became governor during my tenure, people will say I brought the person, you know. But the good thing that is irrefutable is that I played very strong roles in ensuring that APGA retained the governorship seat in Anambra State for 16 years and started on that term of 4 years for Soludo there. Every administration has its strong points and achievements. P2B, I can say, was the person who laid the foundation for the new Anambra State. He did in so many ways because the state was rudderless when he took the ship of state, and was able to lay the critical foundations that returned the state to the pedestal of development in all spheres. It returned sanity in the state. You know, before he came, the state was known for very wrong reasons, insecurity and disorderly behaviors. He came and put all that away and brought sanity into the state and did landmark development programs, driven with his Anambra State development needs.
Yes.
Yes, needs. You know, Anambra State integrated development strategy. That was what he used. So that enabled him to drive the process of development simultaneously in all the sectors of the state life. No section was left behind. Education, health, agriculture, security, and all that you have, you know. So he was able to achieve steady development for the state. And he also adopted the Millennium Development Goals, you know, the MDGs, and applied it in his developmental programs. So his tenure is still referred as a golden tenure in Anambra State, in the sense that those things that were lacking, he brought them in. In the health sector, we didn't have any school of midwifery. We didn't have any accredited general hospital or teaching hospital in Anambra State. Under him, he brought those things to bear. We had no secretariat. Government secretariat were operating in very small huts. He built a standard befitting secretariat for the government to do its businesses. So there are so much he did.
Yeah.
But in summary, Mr. Obi restored the dignity of the Anambra person. All those things we were known with, killing people, beheading people, using Bakassi and all that, were things that were gone.
Yes.
Then under Obiano, who succeeded him, you said people were criticizing him and he didn't do well.
Yes, I think the issue is, I think there is this idea or this paradigm in the sense that the Anambra of today, I was in Anambra last week, the roads are terrible, insecurity is bad. I mean, even the governor's House of Assembly member representing his constituency, his head was chopped off. The American embassy, people
That
that
one is Soludo, not Obiano.
yes, Soludo, sorry, Soludo,
Yes.
sorry. Yes.
So let me just
So
run
So
it and
the point is
bring
insecurity
three of
is
them
high.
into
Yes.
perspective.
Insecurity is high, roads that are bad.
Obiano came because that was the pointed question he asked.
Yes.
That people said I brought him and
Yes.
I didn't do well.
Yes.
I disagree with those people who say such things.
Okay.
Because I was there from the beginning and I saw the transition and I saw the efforts he made. I cannot agree with anybody who wants to diminish his contributions. He tackled insecurity with his own innovative approach and ensured that security was strengthened, even much more than before under his watch. Anambra became no heaven for criminals. They fled the state because most of the criminals were flushed out, and for their lives, they left the state. The state became more peaceful under his tenure. Then in the other areas of governance, he didn't diminish governance. He never owed anybody salaries for the 8 years he served. He paid the workers promptly, and one of the ways to assess a good government is when you have a healthy workforce. Many people owed their workers salaries. Obi stopped it. Obi never owed anybody. And both pensions and gratuities and salaries of workers will be paid on all. Obiano continued in that stride, until he left. He never owed anybody. And while leaving, he had accomplished two remarkable achievements, landmark achievements. He built an international airport, passenger and cargo. The Anambra State airport at Umueri, now just named the Chinua Achebe International Airport. He was the one who did it from start to finish. And he built the International Convention Center in Oka. When you go there, you see, these are things that will outlive him. Yes. These are facilities that will outlive him and outlive all of us. So he has etched his name in the marble as a governor who served the state. Somebody has just stepped in now and is trying to do his own work.
What do you think of him?
By the time he finishes 4 years, he's just beginning. When he completes his tenure of 4 years, we'll be able to assess him. But I know, because I was part of those who ensured that he became governor of Anambra State. I had confidence in his training, his education, and professional capacity, having been governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. As he governs the state, we will continue to score him in all fronts. Governance is not only about infrastructural development, it's about human relations and how you bring people together and build empathy and love among the citizens. So these are things that you must score. Apart from physical things, you want to know how he has been able to bring everybody together. Yes. Working with all and sundry, to make the state a great state.
Yes, sir. So
There's no body who can be a governor and be a governor alone and knows everything.
yes.
So he is on the beat now. We are looking at his achievements because no matter what a governor does, there must be achievements.
Yes, yes.
You know. So you told me you just came there from the other day that the roads
Yes.
are bad.
Terrible.
So if the roads are bad, then he has to do the roads.
Exactly.
If security is become porous again, he has to work on the security situation.
Yes.
So by the time he's able to execute his own programs, we'll be able to compare him and contrast with his predecessors, and then put our eyes on the future and the standard of governance we will expect. What I know is that Anambra State deserves good governance at all times. It doesn't matter who the governor is.
Yes.
We are a people that are well educated and exposed. And when you don't run our affairs well, our people will tell you that you have not served them. There are political driven assessments which may not count. The majority of the citizens of the state will always know who has made a difference in their lives.